I'm late by 9 minutes. Sorry I'm late, guys. But there are some things that we gotta talk about today. Mm. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Couple things we have to talk about, Mm-hmm. Let's talk bluntly to all Jamaicans, no sugarcoating. My assessment of you know, what is actually happening in this space right now. And like I said, boy, we got a lot to talk about, boy. So after this, let's put in the password, brother. So my computer don't work more. Computer don't ramp with me, you know. People wanna go with. Wanna go on with yo. What's good? What's good? Wanna go with no. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's a boy. So how come the story I'm gonna say? Yo, what them thing? What them I deal with? What them I deal with?
Refused and will continue to refuse to the annoyance of some of our biggest listeners and most consistent listeners. Tell us, why want to carry PNP in the news?
I want me to listen.
Invite them to the program.
Why?
And I'm here to know. I'm here to know. I want to continue to cover them. I want to continue to carry them on the news. Yeah? You look on YouTube and you see them say it every day. Every day. The YouTubers vex. And I say to you, YouTubers,
How would I?
Full, complete meltdown. Please say PNP make them a suffer. But Cliff,
But what's the lighter? You know, so that lighter supposed to work in a fan.
No, you promised
like
the
that
general
then?
secretary box in her face.
Out order.
Why you think the general secretary
Would I take box?
should advise his supporters to come on your radio station
I even
to
watch
grace
you.
your platform?
I don't know why anybody would have done that. To be quite honest, but that's not why we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. I am basically I took a day off today. And that's the best I can tell you. I took a day off. I didn't put out a video. I didn't go live. For most of the day today, I was resting. Yeah, man, I was resting, man. But it's like the way how the news cycle is in Jamaica. Let me just turn off this because I'm kind of cool down now. The way how the news cycle is in Jamaica, it's like, man, I don't know if we could take a day off, bro. I really don't. Where do I begin? Before I lose sight of what I really came on here to talk about, it's best I begin where I intended to begin. I haven't even shared the live yet, you know. Yeah, I haven't shared the live yet. But give me a second. You guys remember, Karen, what's up? You guys remember when I said to you that there was a program in the healthcare, in Ministry of Health, that had something to do with our children and teaching them inappropriate sexual activity or teaching them any type of sexual activity at all. And there was an uproar by the parents and even the church. A lot of people say the church is not operating. That's not true. It's not true. It's actually not true. You understand? The church are speaking up. The church is you guys don't listen to the church. That's the thing. You don't. You don't listen to the church. That's the problem. Right there. And then you blame the church and say, the church is not speaking up. Absolutely incorrect. That's false. And we rubbish that lie. The real churches are speaking up. Now, you have to recognize who is the real churches. That's what you have to do. If you can't recognize that, well, I don't know what to tell you. But when you're gonna look, if you're gonna look to churches that are not the real churches to speak up against these things, then you're not using a discernment, and it's just the truth. Anyway, I did what I can. I shared the live. I know it's Saturday. People gone to them bed, but I'm still gonna put this on record. What I have to say. All right. So let me go to the first thing. So I reached out to my good sister. Out of the press. Let's see if you guys can see that good. Right? You see that? Chatbot suspended. Advocacy groups welcome health ministry's review of controversial platform. Alright, this is the Observer. This is another website. You guys see that? Health ministry suspend chat line amid policy concerns. You see me find something else. This is Jamaica Star. These are our screenshots. What's up, Olivine? To show you that this topic that I brought up in my last live is very well documented. Alright? So let's go to the Observer and look for the article called chatbot suspended. Let me look for that article. Chatbot suspended. Alright, there we go. Let's talk about it. Because I told you, these people, they are something else, They are truly something else. Hot off the press. You say hot off the press, I beat it today, I'm a bed.
What happened to Jaden? We have no idea what happened to Jaden. Persons are saying that we killed Jaden. When I went to the hospital on Thursday, I did report.
Anthony Lowe took a look.
The Integrity Commission's report comes nearly
Ryan, what's up, bro?
Its probe into a
Shout out, Ryan. What's up, man? Let me play this real quick. This is Christopher Tufton. Let's play this.
Conflicts of interest involving the Ministry of Health, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, and the public relations firm MarketMe. The Director of Investigation found that 15 contracts valued at $78.6 million were awarded to MarketMe during the review period, 14 by the Health Ministry and 1 by the National Family Planning Board using the direct contracting procurement method. The report concludes that the use of direct contracting breached the Ministry of Finance's guidelines, which limit this method to contracts valued below $1.5 million. The Commission also raised concerns about an unsolicited proposal submitted by MarketMe in 2016 for the Jamaica Moves campaign. The report found that the ministry did not conduct due diligence to verify the proposal's merit, nor did it engage in a competitive bidding process. On Tuesday, our news team caught up with Dr. Tufton outside of Parliament.
While it was critical of aspects of the administration of the process directed at the ministry, there is nothing in the report to suggest anything untoward. So from that standpoint, I think it represents vindication. My only regret that has taken so long, and that along the way a number of persons and entities, including the ministry, would or may have suffered some reputational damage and concern.
The Director of Investigation found no direct evidence that the Health Minister participated in the award of contracts. However, it concluded that his introduction of MarketMe and friendship with its co-managing director, Lindsay McDonald, created a perceived conflict of interest. The Integrity Commission has recommended that the ministry strengthen procurement planning, avoid the misuse of direct contracting, and cease awarding contracts based on unsolicited proposals without proper vetting.
So, unsolicited proposal without proper vetting. So, big up my sister at our Fire Press. I was listening to a video with her. I think this said video. She don't trust the IC, and I don't know, based off my understanding, I don't have a problem with the IC. The problem is the laws, and the problem is the persons that are legislators that are making the laws. They understand the loopholes that are in the law and they exploit it. And I believe this is what happened with Christopher Tufton. That's my belief. That's what I believe happened with the Ministry of Health. I believe that those loopholes, right? Because I believe one of the wording of it was, if I'm not mistaken, I'll go and play this.
But for Dr. Tufton,
I will accept it for what it has concluded fundamentally. If there are areas to learn from, then we have to learn from it and move forward. But fundamentally, the work was about the work of the Ministry of Health, and that was done with all sincerity to get the maximum and best impact for programs, and in particular the programs around lifestyle diseases.
the Director of Investigations has also referred the matter to the House Speaker. As to what action the House Speaker will take, it's left to be seen how that will unfold.
That's funny.
I'll work with the Speaker. What is important is that it has found no evidence of pursuing the matter beyond having a discussion with the Speaker, and I will yield to the Speaker's judgment and have a conversation.
Okay.
You know, if the Speaker was anybody else but Andrew and his wife, I would be confident that real changes was going to happen. But as it stands, I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, and that's an oxymoron, I can guarantee you in my opinion. Listen, I will bet on it that there will be no real changes in the procurement process legislatively that will stop something like this from happening again in other ministries, not only the health ministry. That's all I will say about it. And then this is my thing. I don't blame the IC. The IC cannot operate outside of the law. Whatever the law states that is their mandate and what they can actually do, they can do. Right? Because they still have to respect people's constitutional right, and they cannot appear to be trying to move outside of the facts of the matter. These people in the health ministry, whoever they are, that is responsible for this unsolicited procurement where market me is concerned, they were very meticulous. They were very smart about those loopholes that I'm telling you about. And basically, Tufton has what they call in law plausible deniability. Oh yes, I introduced her, but I was never really directly involved in anything. I didn't know. He has plausible deniability. You understand? That is the problem. But let's hear what Mr. Alfred Dawes has to say.
So joining us in studio now, we have opposition spokesperson on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, also with us, executive director of the Watchdog Group, Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, Jeanette Calder. Thank you both so much. We appreciate it. And Jeanette, let me start with you. The minister said there was nothing untoward, and he said the report, in fact, represents vindication. There were concerns that were raised by the director of investigation, though.
Definitely very serious concerns that I would say just outright there, and in fact even just quote the report, were violations of the law, and not just law but also policy and financial regulations. The Integrity Commissions Act, for example, both the Integrity Commissions Act, Public Procurement Act required in this case the minister and Lindsay McDonough to have indicated that there was a friendship This is just the kind of public disclosure that you make. But the simple reason beyond that, it signals to those who are dealing with the procurement process that if there's additional scrutiny that is necessary, they can apply it.
Now, that is one of the biggest things. I believe that there has to be legislation put in place where people can go to prison. If you are friends, if you are partners, business partners, personal friends, if you are sleeping with each other and you don't mention that in the beginning of a procurement, I think that you should go to prison. I think that you should be charged for the money that was procured. The money needs to be returned. And for every dollar that is not returned is 10 days in prison. So if you rob the $80 million, all right, and this should be mandatory. Just like how them have the water gun and it mandatory, so you get 15 years. If you're going to keep that same energy, this is what I'm talking about should be mandatory. The politicians, them need to face harsh penalties. So this is my recommendation. For every $1 that is stolen. No, it's not. Is it $1? No. Not $1. For every $1,000. Yo, only per years that same, you know. Yo, me I go too hard. Alright, let me just try. Let me see how it go. $80 million times. Yo, times by one. Even times by one is too much. Yo. No, seriously. Every $10,000, a 10 day in a prison. Oh, that sound. Talk to me in a chat. Every $10,000, a 10 day in a prison. God. 10 days. Alright, let me divide this this now. I look on the figure. Let me divide this by 365. Oh shit. No, it not gonna work, chat. I go too hard. I go too hard. That's a lot of years. That's a lifetime imprisonment. Let me take it down a bit. Let me take it down a bit. 8,000. Because that's 80 million, right? So every 100,000. That's all. 80 million. Every $10,000 stolen, a 10 day in a prison automatic. Alright, so that's 8,000 days divided by 365. 21 years in prison. Yeah, man. 21 to 25 years to life. Oh, my son. If you rob us by lying to us, because I see that as robbery, you know. Because if all sense was to prevail and the right process was used, she wouldn't get $80 million worth of contract. Christopher Tufton, personal friend, Lindsay McDonough, she wouldn't get so much money because these unsolicited procurements that she, listen to what she has said. No, there was nobody else that was given an opportunity to get the procurement because she was this man personal friend or personal relationship. And that the Integrity Commission report say personal relationship or friend, whatever that means. This was not disclosed. I believe not disclosing those things should be an automatic, depending on how much procurement was procured, depending on how much money was procured through the company. Yeah, you have to go pay back at least 75% of the money. And spend time in a jail for lying to us. So you have to go pay back 75% of $80 million. Half it, automatic. Else you go get the 21 year. That is for the amount of money. There's a calculation and a science of to calculate the amount of years you got prison for, depending on how much money was procured. So every $10,000 you spend 10 days in a prison. Oh my son. Every $10,000 stolen from the tax dollars, you spend 10 days in a prison. Right? So if you get 200 million half a week, just no say, and more years in a prison you're going to get, automatically, So depending upon how much money was deceptively awarded, let me use those two words, you get every $10,000 a 10 day in a prison. So you just divide 10,000 by the amount of money, and then you divide it by 365 days of the year, and then you get how much years in a prison you spend automatically. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, plus, if it's just a case where, because of the lie itself, because you actually lied to us, you have to pay back 75% of the money, man. I have to go pay back 75% of the money. Failure to pay the money, I go mean the time in a prison. No parole, no hearing, no. You gotta have a hearing, but automatically, just like the water gun, yeah man, just like the water gun, you got prison. That me I say. If you lie to it, you have to go to prison for lie to it. Prison time and money pay back have to go on. You only can pay way back 75% of the money. If you don't pay back that, a more prison time. So if you have the money and can pay back, you are gonna mean less time in a prison. Right? So if you see the 25%, you see if you pay the 75, you see the 25%, you still have to go worry about that in a prison. If you can't pay back no money, oh dear. Oh dear, dear. As a matter of fact, all of your assets will be frozen. All your assets that is linked to any other assets will be frozen as well. If you lie to if you get procurement, these are the things it's called a deterrent. Anybody who knows security work, a light bulb in the right area where it's darkness, it's a deterrent for thieves. Because most thieves don't want to be seen. A camera in the right place that is lit is a bigger deterrent, because they don't want to be caught on camera doing their crimes. So for politicians that is committing a cardinal crime, you understand? A crime of procurement, I believe that they should get some mandatory sentencing in prison. I believe they should do hard labor. I believe they also should do some community hours different from their sentence. Yeah man, make them go clean up and drain them. Make them go clean up the drain them. You see all them drain there? We want to clean all about the place. Make the politician them clean up the drain them. Oh my son, people, talk to me now, man. What do you guys think about that? I better say these politicians stop thief for money and stop manipulate the system. If we put these measures in place, I bet if the people them demand these measures in place, them stop do them thing there. Some of them politicians say people didn't know where them live. And them never live in a gated community, and then they live amongst the people. Them even try certain things. You see, if they never know so them can fly out and them something there, they won't even try certain things with the people then. Because I don't know how we the people at Jamaica allow these people to get away with these things. And it's not even violent, it's just demanding justice. It's not about no violence. Pull up at the yard every day and protest. Resign, resignation now. As a matter of fact, if people them be serious, they don't say them people that won't even wait to resign, they would know what time it is. Christopher Tufton and only part of them. Yeah, they would know what time it is. But, you know, we just move loose.
That there was a friendship. This is just the kind of public disclosure that you make. For the simple reason beyond that it signals to those who are dealing with the procurement process that if there's additional scrutiny that is necessary, they can apply it. And that wasn't done. That's a breach of law. There's also the issue of the...
That is a breach of law. So when you hear me come talk about say he was exonerated. Is it exonerated? Yes, exonerated. When you hear him say him get exonerated, in one way he can't really say that. Because when you hear she talk about the breach of law, so you know, I don't know what is the penalty about whatever it is. It needs to be stronger. Maybe that is the reason why I thought for the press says she don't trust the IC. And you know, I'm not gonna argue with her upon that one there. I don't know. Based off of what I understand, maybe my understanding is wrong, but I don't know if them could have done more. I don't know if them could have really charged. Basically, what I think it is that it would have been a 50-50 chance that Tufton could have, you know, walked away under plausible deniability. You understand? Yeah, that's just what I think. I think the case was not strong enough to say them could have argued intent. I think intent is what would be the argument. The prosecution would have to argue that Christopher Tufton and prove that Christopher Tufton definitely directly, right, procured unsolicited procurement for the lady because of their personal relationship. I think that is the thing. They would have to argue that. They would have to find concrete evidence. And I don't know if in a court of law they had enough evidence to say, yo, Christopher Tufton, definitely you are guilty of this crime. But a crime was committed. Who to be blamed? That is the thing. That is the thing, because you see, it's a whole ministry, you know. So you can point finger and say administrator, just like when them do with SSL man. Remember say somebody as a fall girl that you know that the woman they are the one where in a movie them you see as she take all of the blame, you know, until one day in a court you say the case through out. Have you guys heard anything else about that lady? Jean, what's she name? Whatever she name, when they come in a wheelchair. We hear anything else about her? Did we? No, I don't think we. I don't.
Meaning that the minister, or the ministry rather, did not actually invite any kind of private entities to provide a service, but they were approached by a business or a company and said, hey, we think this will do the ministry some good. That is allowed under the law, but there's a very clear process and the steps that are in place beyond to protect the public's money and to ensure that if we're only dealing with one entity, we still get value for money in the absence of competition. Those were not followed. There are concerns about what we call contract splintering, where we have several contracts on one given day, same date, same kind of services, and the whole idea and the concerns why the Act asks public procurement officials to look out for this kind of thing as a red flag is that there are thresholds beyond that if you're over $1.5 million, it moves from just within the department and other persons have to get involved in authorizing it. So sometimes if there is something that I would say malfeasance or corruption, You keep it under the 1.5 million so that there are limited persons scrutinizing and asking questions. So we're talking about several pieces of legislations that were violated. Just to close off on a preliminary comment, Dion, I did see the minister's press release. I did hear about the ministry's release. The ministry says there was no malfeasance. I have to look up the word. It means no wrongdoing. Now, if you are violating laws and regulations and the ministry doesn't see that as a wrongdoing, the public has reason to be concerned. And if the minister doesn't see violations of public procurement laws that safeguard and protect our assets and funds as illegality, then we really have to have a serious conversation with who the minister reports to.
Wow, I didn't even listen to this. Wow. She just put it, she just tied the bow on a perfect car. So basically, the Ministry of Health said that there is no wrongdoing here. But there are several wrongdoings that was pointed out in the actual report. So I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't get it. How can they say that? How can they publicly say that? And then, so now this really changes my thought process on the whole situation with this IC report and what the Integrity Commission is saying versus what Tufton is saying and what the Ministry of Health is saying. Tufton is like, oh, I've been exonerated. All they said in the report is that, listen, I am not a criminal. I didn't do any crimes, thank God. But there were several crimes committed. And now the ministry, not Tufton, the ministry is saying there was no wrongdoing. What is going on, bro? Let me play that back. What is going on?
Did hear about the ministry's release. The ministry says there was no malfeasance. I had to look up the word. It means no wrongdoing. Now, if you are violating laws and regulations and the ministry doesn't see that as a wrongdoing, the public has reason to be concerned. And if the minister doesn't see violations of public procurement laws that safeguard and protect our assets and funds as illegality, then we really have to have a serious conversation with who the minister
You know what I mean?
I'm bringing outdoors for you. I know you've expressed concern about some aspects of how the ministry has operated. What do you see in this report that stands out most for you?
But this is not just about the company Market Me. We don't want to go on a witch hunt. What this is showing Jamaica is that the Ministry of Health has a systemic issue with procurement. I've highlighted it in the past, and we're seeing this again as further proof that there's a systemic challenge with the ministry, and Jeanette had pointed out before that rules were broken, rules were bent, and the idea that because no charges were recommended, this is not the Illegality Commission, it's the Integrity Commission. And the attempt by the minister to conflate the two to say that if he was not referred for prosecution, it means he's exonerated is entirely false and is misleading the nation. Ethical considerations, good governance principles were all tossed aside in this instance and in other instances that we have highlighted before. And I'm sure that if we look deep enough, during the COVID period, direct contracting method was used quite a bit, and that was because they used it more as a response to the pandemic, the emergency. In this instance, there was no emergency, why you had 15 contracts being awarded under the direct contracting method. The Ministry of Health needs to be properly investigated. I don't buy this response that the minister is exonerated, yet he is going to accept that there are procedural challenges that they're going to fix. What he's in effect doing is to move himself out of the equation and cast the blame on the accounting officers, and I hope the civil servants at the Ministry of Health are understanding what is taking place, that he is casting the blame on them for the procedural and ethical challenges that allowed this integrity report to come out and say that they have a problem with the issue of the awarding of those contracts valued 78 million at the Ministry of Health?
No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in total agreement with both of them. You know, the lady from Jump and I think her name is Mrs. Calder. Anyway, Dr. Dawes is quite correct. Yeah, if there's something to fix in terms of the procedure, that you have to have a meeting with the House Speaker, it means that something was done wrong. And what I understood from the IC report, and then, or my impression that I got from the IC report, and then the release from Christopher Tufton and the girl, is that, you know, he wasn't directly involved in anything. He's not really the one to be blamed. There was some type of mix-up administratively. But then when the administration itself comes out and claims no wrongdoing, no malfeasance, no, this has to be investigated. Somebody has to be held accountable. It's either Christopher Tufton and the administration, or Christopher Tufton alone, or the administration alone. But somebody has to be held accountable. Because the lady is saying, listen, the report shows that I didn't do anything wrong enough. I was just lucky to be the friend of Christopher Tufton. The personal relationship of Christopher Tufton, or the personal friendship. She was just lucky to be the personal relationship, in a personal relationship or a personal friendship with Christopher Tufton. She was just lucky. And oh, by the way, yes, I did put it to the ministry that, you know, we have these services, and, you know, it would do well for the ministry because you guys focus on health, and this is what we do. Granted, I don't know of any real tangible results from that association through procurement of millions of our tax dollars that really benefited any Jamaican, for them to say, listen man, Market Me really changed my life. I was down, I was out, and I got counseling, and whatever it is Market Me actually did, it helped me to change my life. If we cannot find any evidence of that, you know, you cannot tell me that Market Me was value for money, you know. There is no way you can make an argument for that, you know. Money Ben. When they say Ben's pum pum pum. Lord of mercy. Anyway, people, let me go to this article here. Chatbot suspended. Advocacy groups welcome health ministry review of controversial platform. Want to hear that? Controversial platform. Advocacy groups who had demanded the removal of National Family Planning Board's NFPB youth chatbot. So there was a youth chatbot on the ground that is promoting deviant sexual behavior. Hello? Deviant sexual behavior have welcomed the ministry to prompt response to suspend the operation of the messaging platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, not my word. This is what is reported in the Observer. Deviant sexual behavior was promoted on the youth chatbot, to the point where Christopher Tufton Ministry of Health suspended, not removing her. This is where you have to mark the things down and note it. What does suspend mean? Put away till later. Alright? Suspended. Meaning. suspended, impose a judge or court, but not enforce as long as no further offense is committed within the specified period. Dispersed through bulk of liquid, that's another. Supported by attachment from above hanging. Alright. Temporarily prevent from continuing or being in force or effect. So, Christopher Thompson temporarily prevented this youth chatbot from continuing. His Ministry of Health. They temporarily took it out of effect. It's not in effect. It's not being put forward. It's pushed to the side. So that's what suspended means. Alright? So then put it off till later. No. Question to ask is this. Has the youth chatbot been how should I put it? Altered in any way? Is youth chatbot still promoting deviant behavior, sexual behavior? And will they use it further down the line as it was? That's the question. Right off of the rip. Remember, see, this is the first time I'm reading this article. It says here that sexual deviant behavior have welcomed the Ministry of Health prompt response to suspend the operations of the messaging platform. And first of all, how did the chatbot who programmed the chatbot to promote sexual deviant behavior? Did anybody find out that breach? Did anybody go to prison? Was anybody charged? Because we have to take our time with this. These are questions that should have been asked before the election. This situation of Christopher Tufton and this Market Me should have been tabled before the election. But anyway, God is in control. The suspension came 24 hours after Sunday Observer highlighted the concerns, right, of the outraged groups who said they were horrified about the information given to youngsters. Such sensitive topics, especially without parent consent or supervision. How is it that the Ministry of Health was not sued for every penny them have? How is it that you guys, the parents that have proof of this sexual deviant behavior that was exposed to your innocent children, how is it that the government was not sued for this? Or were they? Or is it in court? If anybody that is watching this platform that has this case in court, please reach out to me. I would love to interview you. My number is 876-451-6535. WhatsApp call only. That's 876-451-6535. WhatsApp call only. Let's continue. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has noted the concerns raised by members of the public in relation to the use of the youth expressions, youth chats, chat line. And youth expressions, you know. So why the expressions they have to go in as sexual expressions and sexual behavior? We tell you about these wording, you know, people. Tell you about these wording, you know. The youth expressions, youth chatbot, chat line. And is assessing the concerns as they relate to assessing. Oh, wait a minute. And is assessing the concerns as they relate to the health and family life policy. What is the health and family life policy? Give me a second, let me people. Health and family life policy. Health and life. No, family life. Alright, so health and life family policy, such as to the one used in the Caribbean, is a policy for education that focuses on developing life skills for the well-being of individuals and society. So hold on, what type of life skills did they plan to build by teaching the kids on the youth chat sexual deviant behavior? People, me tell them, say, let's talk, you know, this is a very serious conversation, you know. When you like and share this video, you know, as some serious questions become for ask, you know. And this is Leprechaun, what's up? Yes, the Samoa agreement. This is freestyling. I don't have any I know that I want to read this, and this is me reacting to it in real time and looking up the information right as we are here right now. Alright? So it might not come off as smoothly, but I'm asking you, follow me, ladies and gentlemen. Please follow me. So, according to this article, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has noted the concern raised by the members of the public in relations to the use of youth expression chat, youth expression, youth chat. Why them say youth expressions, youth chat line? What a damn long title, brother. It just confuse me, and is assessing the concerns as they relate to the health and family life policy of the government of Jamaica. So this is a policy of the government of Jamaica, and the policy is geared at focusing on developing life skills for the well-being of individuals and society. What life skills are you teaching our children by exposing them to sexual deviant behavior without the consent of their family, without the consent of their parents? Isn't that a breach of law? Again, I ask the question, how did the Ministry of Health get away with this and not be sued by the people of Jamaica? I don't understand. This is very, very serious, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get it. In the interim, while the assessments are being conducted, the service will be suspended. The minister said in the news release on Monday. So in the interim, while the assessments are being conducted, the service is so. You know what I want to ask? Did we get a report from Christopher Tufton in the media, right, after they made their assessments? What is the conclusion? What error occurred? Was it intended for the children to actually learn sexual deviant behavior by the Ministry of Health in this youth expressions, youth chatbot? Was that the intention of them? We want to know. And if it wasn't the intention of them, what was done to make sure this never happens again? Did they scrub the youth chat? Did they find out who put that programming to teach the children deviant sexual behavior? The outraged groups, inclusive of Love March movement, this young man that asked Andrew Owens about the NITS, Love March movement. See me here? Active is a doctor. Wanna pray for him. Good youth. You understand? Believe in a God. You understand? Him a fight for writing them. Big him up. So inclusive of the Love March movement, the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, and the National Parent Teacher Association of Jamaica. In recent weeks, demanded action from the government to have the platform suspended or removed. My thing is, why suspend it? Why not just remove it? I don't trust it anymore after this. Not with my kid. Love March Movement President Dr. Daniel Thompson, that is his name. The young man that I just showed you, Dr. Daniel Thompson, told the Observer that in his reaction with the platform, he noticed that inappropriate conversation about sexuality were taking place with children without parental supervision or consent. So this is Dr. Daniel Thompson. Young man, solid, had the bravery to stand up in front of a young Andrew Ones and let him know, we know what the needs is, and this is extremely concerning. So talk to us. He raised the red flag. He raised the red flag. When was the last time you saw Andrew Ones at one of those meetings? He's too busy, isn't he? When was the last time you saw him at what them call it, a town hall meeting to discuss constitutional reform or all of these policies and laws that he is looking to implement? When was the last time you heard him consult the people? The man does not want to be held accountable, ladies and gentlemen, but it's you to make sure that you hold him accountable, or this type of thing is going to continue. It says here, he also noted that chatbot intended for youngsters aged 13 to 24 advise users that they should identify as non-binary or directed them to contact LGBT rights groups J-Flag for counseling on LGBT issues and engage in conversation about alternatives to sex intercourse bypassing parental consent. People, listen to me, man. Wanna listen to me. This is the Observer. Big up Dr. Daniel Thomas. I'm going to read that again. First of all, the chatbot is intended for youngsters 13 years to 24. So they have a target group of our young minds that they want to, in my opinion, based on what it appears to me to be, is that our children are being targeted. The devil is targeting our children, and the devil is using this government to do it. What's up, Ma? What's up? Is that Mia? Mia, is that you? I just thought about that. Is that Mia from Canada? It is? It is? Like you just took the I out your name, because I have you as, I store your name as MIAA. Is that Mia? Yo, if it's you, tell me. Be straight. All this time? And you be watching me too. That's what's up. If it is you, let me know. Don't be shy. Anyway, so it is intended for kids 13 years to 24. All right. Un momento, people. Un momento. Un momento, please. Shout out to Atta for the press, man, for sending me the screenshots. Alright. Not getting through. Let me go back to this article. So 13 to 24. And it's telling them to advising them to identify as non-binary or direct them to contact the LGBT rights group J-Flag for counseling on LGBT issues. This is Jamaica, you know, this is the Observer. All right, that's what Mr. Daniel investigation earthed into the platform, right? And engaged in conversations about alternative sexual intercourse, bypassing parental consent. So again, I want to ask, why is it, if this is true, why is you chatbot directing youth between ages 13 to 24? And I'm really interested in the youth ages 13 to 18. That 5-year period. After that, you're an adult. You can actually do and decide what you want to do. But why is it that the youth chatbot, if this is accurate, why would they actually tell them to identify as non-binary? People, let me tell you blunt, because I told you that we're going to have a blunt conversation. It's just like, and a lot of people is going to feel what they want to feel about this reference. I don't care. The truth is the truth. When Trump said that it's only girl and boy, it's only girl and boy. If you want to participate in some type of word lingo and changing word and meaning a word and trying to alter what God presented us to be here on earth, that's your business. I don't need to participate and you cannot force me to. You can carry that all the way to where God go make sure say and put you when you are not here on this earth anymore in the living. Carry it, go there so with you. Don't bring it to my youth. How dare you, the government, under this youth chatbot, decide that you are going to infiltrate my child mind in the disguise of developing life skills for well-being, for the well-being of individuals and society. Which individuals and which society? What life skills can we learn from sexual deviant behavior? I really want to know the answer to that question. Rosetta, how are you doing? Happy Sunday, bless you. Bless up yourself, Rosetta. Yeah, man. It's very, very cool. You know, see me outside. My outside on the veranda. Whoa. Anyway. And also engaging in conversation about alternative sexual intercourse. So basically, anything else but the right way of have sex. Anything else but a man and a woman coming together where God had intended it to be, so we can multiply like the sands of the earth. This youth chatbot engaging in conversation with our 13-year-old about alternative sex. Those two words shouldn't even go together, much less. Told you we're gonna have a blunt conversation, you know, who vex, I don't business. You understand? I don't care. I don't. Leave our children alone. Go have some for yourself and teach them what you want to teach them. How dare you, government, do this? And nobody knows soon. No? On Monday, Dr. Thomas commended the ministry for the suspension of the platform, but continued his advocacy for its removal. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Mirate, that you tell you. Yeah, man, the suspension of the platform is the move in the right direction. But the ultimate final play is to remove it completely. Because if you're not going to remove it, that means you're saving it for some other time. So I want to ask the question again. Christopher Tufton and the Ministry of Health, the IC reported us one blazing fire with the pan uni, you know. I almost said blazing fire, I talk about judgment from God, you know. That is just one blazing fire. What we want to know is, have you removed this? And let me tell you which date this was, ladies and gentlemen. This was June 25th, 2024, last year. 1 year plus. And I'm asking the question, have you removed this? I don't want to prove say get removed too. When I just want to say remove. Yeah, man, bless up yourself, man. Have a good night. Thank you, Rosetta, for, coming on and saying hi. I really appreciate that. I really do. That's very nice. I wish more people had, did that while I'm live. But some of the people ain't shy. They say they're afraid. They just want to listen to me. Some of them, me talk and they just make me talk till they fall asleep. So they like to listen. Something about my voice. I don't know. This is what I was told. But anyway, enough about me. On Monday, Dr. Thomas commended the ministry for the suspension of the platform, but continued his advocacy for its removal. Our preference is that it be removed, this is the doctor talking, and that our nation's parents be empowered with the information so they can decide what route they should best take to strengthen their children in terms of issues of significant sensitivity. Where's the best platform? Oh, thank you. Kerry Brown, what's up? Good morning. Wow. Wow. I don't think we should allow this issue to die. I think this issue needs to be highlighted, and we need to get some. And I want to ask Dr. Alfred Dawes to look into this. I don't know if there was any official statement that came out about whether or not, the platform was eventually removed. But again, this is another burning judgment on and this is a serious burning judgment. If our government, through the Ministry of Health, is teaching our children sexual deviance and having conversations about sexual deviant behavior and alternative sex, ladies and gentlemen, this is code red. This is code red. And if that you chat is not removed, it is beyond the code red. It is the perfect storm at this point, and we have to respond in kind. We cannot afford to let our children down. And you hear what I'm talking? And I don't have any children yet, for myself personally, but the children of Jamaica. We cannot continue to keep letting our children down. And as I talk about children, the news is really, it's getting to me a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you a lie. I am very, I don't know if you guys really paying attention. I mean, every single warning that I've heard from the prophets and the prophetess, you can see it manifesting. Like every single warning. A father is in custody for raping his child, his 13-year-old, and setting her ablaze in a refrigerator. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is going on? I don't think, and when people talk about the demons that the government has unleashed in Jamaica with endorsing Obi and witchcraft lighting tables and candles at them functions and them something there. And talking about pop this and pop that. Mermaid statues. There is a blood thirst in Jamaica. It is clear. This has to be spiritual. It has to be. This is not normal. Grapes his own child and burn her. Light her a fire. Yo, brother. So when me hear the thing, I say, yo, my heart move from one side of my chest to the next. My blood run cold. When me hear the thing, I think after I press me, I listen to. No, ABR News TV. When me hear the thing, my blood run cold. What in the hell is going on? Jamaica has turned into hell. This level of attack on women and children is, it is very, very concerning. And it's not just women and children alone. Men as well, boys as well, girls and boys. I really have no words sometimes to tell you the truth. It's unbelievable. It says here that this is Dr. Daniel again saying, we look forward to the ministry seeking further consultation with the National Parent Teachers Association, the Jamaica Teachers Association, and the Jamaica Guidance Council Association as necessary if they seek to create a replacement for it or amend the chatbot as it now stands. So he's saying, listen, this platform, if you're going to amend the platform, you need to consult the Teachers Association, you need to consult the Parent Teachers Association, and you need to consult the Jamaica Guidance Counselors Association. I agree. Did they do that? Is this chatbot amended? That's all I'm asking. Head of MPTAJ, Stuart Jacobs, also applauded the Ministry of Health for its prompt response to the concerns about the messaging platform. I really commend the ministry for listening to the voice of the people and to act accordingly, said Jacob. It is commendable to them to try and get a communication tool going to have interactions with children on those sensitive things. However, it has to be done in a responsible tone. I don't agree. I don't want any AI teaching my child about any sexual sensitive topic. No, I don't. No, there has to be lines that are not crossed. The birds and the bees should be communicated by with parents. And if not a parent, a guardian. Somebody that is responsible for the said child. Their foster parents, their guidance counselor, their pastor. You understand? And you have females in the church, so no, I don't know. No, sir. I don't agree with that one. There's no responsible way to have a conversation on a chat bot about sexual preferences, and no, they have gone too far. He too urged the ministry to sit with the relevant stakeholders during its review of the platform to determine a way forward. In its release Monday, the Health and Wellness Ministry noted that which is currently a public body is being integrated as a division of the ministry, and as a part of the process of integration, the ministry will review all programs and activities of the NFPB to determine how they will implement as a part of the central ministry. The ministry also said the integration will be finalized by July 31st, the effective date of the NFPB Repeal Act, which was tabled 2023. The Youth Expression Youth Chat was launched in January this year, that was 2024, which the United Nations Children's Fund and You Report Jamaica. United Nations. Me know say they have to involve. The United Nations is behind this, ladies and gentlemen. Those documents that we have signed off with the United Nations. Alright? How should I put it? The United Nations is the unofficial arm of the One World Order. The United Nations, in my opinion, is the unofficial arm of the One World Order agenda. United Nations. It screams One World Order. Just the name alone. So using my deductive reasoning, that's my opinion. And here we see evidence that this same Youth Expression Youth Chat was launched in January 2024 in partnership with the United Nations Children's Fund and You Report Jamaica. It provides information to children 13 years and older about contraceptives, pregnancy, HIV, sex, mental health, and more. Me done talking. People, you must decide. I can only present the evidence to you, and I can only give you my opinion. At the end of the day, you should decide whether or not you're going to allow the government to get away with this. I can tell you what is coming. It is quite clear to see. You don't need glasses to see it. According to the NFPB, the findings of the adolescent and youth rapid assessment indicated that young people want information that will guide their decision making, and with the confidentiality and convenience of the chatbot, the reliance on their friends and less than accurate online sources are lessened. So they want to they are packaging this as the best way forward, you know. The best way forward for you to have sex education is to make sure a chatbot, a AI teaches you. An AI that never had sex. Talk about moving away from the actual source. What a hey, but I say, people. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. If you love this platform, put a fire emoji in the chat. Yo, these people are insane. They are saying essentially that a AI that never ever experienced sex before is the best source to teach children 13 years and older about 1, contraceptives, 2, pregnancy, 3, HIV, 4, sex, mental health, and more. I don't even know what the more for. It come like LGBTQ plus. I really that then we don't have to say. Information to children 13 years and older about LGBTQ plus. That's what they really wanted to say, in my opinion. But they used all these fancy words. No wonder them a block my channel, because I talk too much raw, unadulterated truth. But we're going to talk bluntly, you know. We are going to talk the truth. According to the NFPB, the findings of an adolescent and youth rapid assessment indicated that young people want information that will guide their decisions making. I read that already. Yeah, so they are saying that the reliance on their friends and a less accurate online source are lessened. It added that the messaging platform was also created to make an uncomfortable conversation that parents dread having with their children less intimidating. You see that? They literally thought about what they were doing, you know. How comes we don't sue the government? Oh, brother, I mean, I understand how people are so quiet about these things. You never know about this? You guys never know about this? You guys never had any idea about this? It's the first time you guys hearing it? If it's the first time you guys hearing about this, put a one in the chat. According to the NFPB, the information shared via the platform was meticulously researched and evaluated to ensure appropriateness and accuracy. So again, so basically the Ministry of Health, in this case, just like the IC report, got caught with their pants down and it's telling us that they were not naked. This is embarrassing. So this is plausible deniability again. Because the final comment here in this particular thing is saying that the information shared on the platform was meticulously researched and evaluated to ensure appropriateness and accuracy. So, how then did sexual deviant behavior become a part of this appropriateness and accuracy and meticulous research? Basically, what you're telling me is that you guys knew exactly what you were doing. It is your intent. I am deducing based off this statement that it is your intent to teach our children sexual deviant behavior. It is your intent to push the LGBTQ plus agenda on our children in Jamaica through the UN, through the policies and all of these things, what them call it, the health and family life policy. What family is going to be created without heterosexuals? I just want to ask. Next thing them gonna tell me, say, oh, you know, we can artificially inseminate and we can just create people like cattle, like herds of sheep. We can just create them in our lab. This is where we're gonna go to now. These are the conversations we're gonna have now, you know, when I ask a question like that, you know. Right? Moving away from the natural order of things that God intended it to be, where you seek a wife or you pray and ask God to find your wife or to find each other on a court. Zine, get to know each other. Right? Get married. Have children. That is the family. There's no other way. No other way. That is the way. Right? That's family right there. But now we have this now where they're coming to blur the lines and confuse our children. Oh, you know, you're not really male or female, you're non-binary. Whatever that means. You know, if you feel like you're a cow, you're really a cow. You know, if you feel like you're a cat, you're really a cat. Oh, I identify as a cat. I saw a video of a police that was so dope. This person was stopped by the police and then showed them ID and said, I identify as a cat. The man said, sir, do you sure you want to go down this road? Man said, yo, what do you mean I identify as a cat? The man said, well, listen, what I'm going to do is I am going to call down by the, what them call it, the pound, the animal pound, to get somebody to come and lock you in a cage and put you on, because you're a stray animal that is driving a vehicle? Who is the owner? When the man done with him, two of them when they in the car talk about them a cat. Them turn human being quick. Because they want to go just lock them up down in a pond with some other animal. For action after one idea them. But you identify as cat. Eh? This confusion. Them want to put power kids them. The world itself complicated enough already. Why we need to put power children a confusion about them sexuality? God made it so simple. Male, female, together. Baby. Repeat that same. God is such a genius. God simplified the reproductive process. He deal with all the complexities, you know. Once your sperm hit the egg, you know, all the complexities of birth start within the womb. God start to use his creative energy for form this human being in the womb. Yes? Right there, so God at work. Right in the womb. Why you think the devil continue to attack the womb? Telling the woman them to get vasectomy and cut out their womb. Why you think the devil continue to do that? The devil does not like us human beings because God loves us. So the devil wants to destroy us. That is the devil's sole purpose. And the devil is using these governments and these groups and these entities, global entities, have his agents posted to push his agenda. Want to read in the Bible, man? I don't need to go too deep. Read in the Bible. It is easy and clear to see, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need rocket science to show yourself. Yo, this thing really gone out of hand, brother. So the question that I asked before about this chat thing, yeah, I have concluded based off the ending of this actual article that they plan to carry back that same thing in its original form. There will be no amendments. They are just looking for the right time when the right law and the right policy is put in place. When them have them constitutional reform. A lot is being banked on constitutional reform, you know. A lot of astronomical changes that Andrew Owen's government has been sanctioned by outside entities to enact is they're counting on the constitutional reform process to get that done. But fortunately, God has given Mark Golding the mandate to secure us wonderful Jamaicans and shield us from the devil. In that regard, thank God for Mark Golding. Sir, I continue to salute you. The people's defender, my Prime Minister. My Prime Minister. My.
Now what we heard is going to happen is there's going to be a public partnership to build a new maximum security prison. And I went on to say that from you have a public-private partnership, necessarily the private investors are going to require a return on their investment, which is the profit of which I'm speaking. That's what I said. All right. Madam Speaker, in the US. Well, when you can clarify, but this is what various on.
Madam Speaker, on a point of order, and I do loathe doing this in the presentation of the leader of the opposition.
Shut up your bumbo club up and the point of order your bumbo club.
Sorry, people. Sorry. Yo, me say. Yo, big up Mr. Mark Golding. Another instance of him protecting our rights. Why in the hell would you have a public-private partnership for your prison? Obviously, the people them that is the private partners, they never went into building a prison not to get a profit. So why have the government of Jamaica in this last 10 years haven't built a school, but they have built prisons? That tells you every single thing you need to know. I don't think I need to spell it out, people. It easy. Dorothy, what's up? It easy. Hey, Dorothy, tell everybody, say if they want to catch me, them hours are for sure, most of the time, and can catch me live. Yeah, man. Me I go start beat some late night hours, man. And me go get more structured, obviously. You know, use me computer. But I need to get back the numbers right, because my numbers, man, the people are not finding my videos, boy. It is very concerning. Oh yeah, Outer Road in name. You have a video with Outer Road. Hey, big up Outer Road for that reason, you know. Yo, Outer Road. Brother. I tell you, say you break it down, you put that same issue there with that prison thing there. Yeah, man, him break it down perfect, man. Outer Road 111 him name. Same name. Yeah, man, I'm follow a general. See video. I think I hate this.
Man, if I'm talking speaking, may I play a tune for the Prime Minister?
No, I hate that. You know why you're not tune.
Morning from the morning, for the morning, Dr. speaking, and greetings in the name of Imperial Majesty. Hello world, here Ash for the Black King. Last night I saw a clip with Mark Golding.
Yes, I hate this.
To the right of Jamaican people, right? And they were debating about a prison. Because some foreign investors suggesting that they would donate a prison to Jamaica. And I hear this more than once and twice. Because England tried to give us prison one time. But you never know what it mean. I know me realize that so you would have to go to prison. So me never know what it mean. Everybody overseas always want to give Jamaica a prison. Not a school, not a learning center, nowhere, just a prison. So a prison we for live? No, something is wrong now.
Something not right.
Stand up and ask the question, say,
something not
how
right.
does the prison benefit Jamaican?
Right.
They say.
Hold on to me, people. Oh man. Yo, I don't know why the man them have them look idiot what them call it? Them vehicle with the muffler them. And them disturbing and
overrule, no objective. You know? Like we have to talk. Because they don't want to hear what I'm have to say. Because by right. How does a prison benefit Jamaican people? Anybody can tell me? Prison tear down Jamaica. Good law abiding citizen.
Exactly.
Taxpayer. Because last time he checked, prison light free, prison water free, prison food free, and the officers, which is the warders, have to get paid to work at the correctional center.
Yes.
So we have to pay them.
Right.
While we pay light bills, them live free.
Mm-hmm.
How does a government survive from a prison? Crime. This is how the water gun come in. Because simple offense can take you to prison.
Yes. Yes, my brother.
Hey, I feel love Mark Golden. Because he always open with eyes and he must secure the people of Jamaica.
Yes, man.
And you know, so no go ball for Mark Golden when what these administration doing, you go ball for Mark Golden, PMP, and we not go have no more use to Jamaica when you ball for it. Believe. Because, yo, God know. You see one girl while I go there and play a session like Mark Golden, I say, oh, because listen up, we say here people say them like people, girl. Don't find nobody I like nobody. See if you can check out or listen to the person what them not like. And see if you can pick sense from the nonsense. Because maybe that person stand up for righteousness. Because you know, the people gone far now and the world gone backward.
True.
So, listen to what the man say. If it makes sense to you, or it don't make sense to you. You understand me? That's someone know the right seems wrong, no right seems wrong. Right? Right seems wrong, or wrong seems right. So,
yes.
But you know, last week I realized what is right in the book. Think Batty right, no think Soddomism right. You understand me? I know you beg for somebody if somebody saying it right.
Yes.
So, the world kind of twist on a different place now, but on a serious note, a prison will take something else from overseas because you know what's coming. You know someone not going to need the prison. And the man come out and speak now. Say no. Prison go pressure we. I don't can call say prison need $10 million. When it's only $1 million you need. It's a scam. It's a money making thing. I wonder if I'm me alone have sense. An idiot. I wonder if you will on right. I'm me alone an idiot. I don't feel like I'm an idiot. Come here, I feel so. If I'm me alone, I speak out.
Yes.
Or, you know? I understand. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to stand up for you, right?
Oh my God.
I can sit down and park in vehicle on your foot and they squeeze you and they suppress and they oppress you.
Yes.
And you just stand up so.
Just easy.
You will kill your blood clot if you stay so. Yeah. Get up. Stand up.
Stand up for your rights.
Stand up for your right.
That is it.
Morning, on top of the morning, what I speaking, I play a tune for the Prime Minister here because sometimes.
Yo, Outer Road, big up yourself. Outer Road, Virgin, and the first time I hear you. You understand? But I first time me actually go seek a video. If you go listen Outer Road. Me hear you upon Talk Your Mind, me hear you upon Hot Off I Press. Regular them play your video them. They are the two main content creators who play Outer Road video them. Because you know Outer Road chip somebody with more time. And that's why I tell you say, I try to compartmentalize, you know, big word. Big word. I try to compartmentalize. Zine. Because sometimes we lose the message. We're important because we are worried about the method in which the message is put across. You understand? Oh, him curse bad word. You can just try to move past the bad word and this way, I say. I always tell my people them that, because my people them stay same. My people don't like the bad word thing, you know. Anyway, go. I'm in the wrong them. But sometimes, try to compartmentalize and listen to the message. What do you think about what Outer Road just say a while ago? Who that? Malaysia, Africa. How you doing? Africa in a place? Big up, you know. Camille, what's up? Love 42 T90. Someone sending over here. Alright. Big up the person who's sending over here. Welcome to the platform here. That means you subscribe 20 minutes now. That's nice. Yeah, man, we have a serious conversation about what is going on in our country here in Jamaica. I don't know if you're from Jamaica or you have Jamaican roots. Um, in terms of you have family that come from here, or all that we have connection to we ancestors them for the most part. But yeah, I don't know if you're in Jamaica, if you're in Africa, or that's just your last name. Malaysia, is it Malaysia or Malaysia? If it's Malaysia, say put a 1. If it's Malaysia, put 2. Is it pronounced Malaysia? Malaysia 1, Malaysia 2. Let me know. So, me really want to big up Outer Road and we're going to play it again.
Morning from the morning, on top of the morning, slow to speaking of it.
Where you say connection? Oh, it's Malaysia. It's Malaysia. Okay. Malaysia.
In the name of Imperial Majesty, hello world, here they are, show the black king. Last night I saw a clip with Mark Golding stand up in Parliament.
Oh, and it's the connection. Okay, amazing. So good to have you. You living in Africa? If you're living in Africa, let me know, because I definitely want to connect with my people in Africa. I am not able to physically come there at this point, which I would love to visit Burkina Faso. I would love to even meet the president, Ibrahim Traore, if the Lord permits. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a big fan of his leadership, where his country is concerned, doing what is, in the best interest of his people. I really, really applaud Ibrahim Traore, even with all the odds against him, because, the colonialists and, their agenda, does not always, blend or match with ours. So, yeah, I'm a very big fan of Ibrahim Traore. Very big fan of Ibrahim Traore. There's a lot of other leaders. My mother is from Africa. I was born in London. Okay. So you live in London. Okay, that's what's up. So your actual last name is Africa, or you just use that because you connect with your African? Look at me. I'm here now interviewing you. You see how I love Africa? That's how I have interest in Africa. I'm here now interviewing you. I'm sorry and I apologize. Getting up all in your business. Oh my God. Anyway, let's continue.
For the right of Jamaican people, right? And they were debating about a prison. Because some foreign investors suggesting that they would donate a prison to Jamaica. And I hear this more than once and twice. Because England tried to give us prison one time. But you never know what it means. I know me realize it, so you would have to go to prison. So me never know.
So basically crime is such a big business here in Jamaica that they're saying, listen man, you guys have to clean up the country. We need more prisons, alright? Not the positive approach of building, schools and training facilities, skills training facilities. No, not that. Let's build some prisons. Yo, man, listen, man. Boy, I tell you, boy. Anything to lead the children and the men and women in Jamaica into more destruction. They are with it.
You know what I mean? Everybody overseas always want to give Jamaica a prison. Not a school. Not a learning center, nowhere, just a prison.
Talk about it.
A prison we for live? No, something is wrong now.
Something wrong.
So Mark will stand up and ask the question and say, how does a prison benefit Jamaicans?
Tell us.
Then say, overrule, no objective. Like, we have to talk.
Yeah, they were upset that Mark Golding even asked the question in Parliament. See, Andrew Jones jump up. Point of order. He wanted to quell that argument fast. Not one school built, ladies and gentlemen, by this administration, the Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica Lawless Party, sorry. Not one school built. But, hey, let's get the prison on, baby. Let's get this prison built.
Okay. Because they don't want to hear what I'm have to say. Because, by right, how does a prison benefit Jamaican people? Anybody can tell me?
How, Sway?
Prison.
How?
Tear down Jamaica.
Remember to like up the live, guys.
Good law abiding citizen, taxpayer. Because last time he checked, prison light free, prison water free, prison food free.
Yes.
And the officers, which is the warders, have to get paid to work at the correctional center. So we have to pay them.
Yes, or we the
While we pay
taxpayers.
light bill, them live free.
Yes.
How does the government survive from a prison? Crime.
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 Crime. Crime feeds the prison.
This is how the water gun come in. Because
so you have extreme laws being put into place that will ensure that the prisons are doing good business in Jamaica. Whether that was done intentionally or it was an oversight or indirectly, whatever the, you know, maybe I am just thinking too hard. Maybe I shouldn't think at all. But doesn't that look very suspicious to you guys? These laws that they're putting in place, a water gun can send it to prison. And it's going to send it to prison for 15 years. So for that 15 years, you know, the people that own the prison, if you are alive, you become a profitable asset to them, being locked up in prison for 15 years. And you might ask the question, well, Bolo, what you mean? Well, the government have to pay them to feed you. The government have to pay them operational costs to host you in prison. Who do you think pay for that? It's the government. And if it's not the government, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Who pays prisons to hold prisoners? Let's look that up. Who pays? Sorry. Let me use my phone. It's very faster. She said money. Looking more money into prison business. And the PM loves money. Malaja. No comment. Who pays for prisoners? Hold on. Let me phrase that better. Hold on. Who pays the bill for prisoners being in prison in Jamaica? It says taxpayers primarily pay for prisoners, but inmates may also contribute through prison labor, pay to stay fees and fines. Total cost is borne by the government, which is funded by taxpayers. You hear that? So universally, no. Well, that's a good question, you know, Malaja. That's a good question. The guns are not made in Jamaica, obviously. Most of them made in China, the water guns. But I can't even blame China. I blame the government, because if you're gonna have a firearms act that the language of the legislation states that an imitation firearm, it can't be two boards put together. You can't put two boards together like this. Like you see on my hands there. I have a board here, so I have a board here, so I walk around with that. and it's gonna be deemed as a gun. As a matter of fact, let me stop doing that in front of the camera, because I don't want to, they go issue one warrant for come kick down my door and say them see one gun in a Bolo video. He had what appeared to be an imitation firearm showing the people on the live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my phone. Alright, so I'm saying you can have it like this, right? Like this, and you have a board here, so, and you nail them together, and that would be considered a imitation firearm. 2 pieces of board together. And you will get 15 years mandatory in prison for that. 15 years. You don't have to commit a crime with it, you know. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, from what I understood from listening to Isaac Buchanan and Context Matters, committing the crime committing a crime with an imitation firearm, holding up somebody and tricking them says a gun, which in Jamaica, I don't know. I don't think there's many reports of those things happening where people are being robbed by imitation fire. I don't see people trying that too much. Jamaica is a serious place. You know? You try to stick up a man with a imitation firearm, and they immediately realize that it's an imitation firearm. Fear is going to turn into immense levels of anger and just fury. It is going to be beyond anger. It's going to become fury. The fire that will be blazing in the bloodstream towards you, you better pray you have fighting skills, because if that person has a knife or anything them can hold for beat with, more than likely you're not going to walk away from that situation with everything intact. You understand? Yes. So given that that's the type of seriousness of individuals in this country, especially the country areas, town everywhere. No, you're gonna hold up somebody with a fake gun. You better be a real gun. It better be a real gun. Because if they find out it's a fake gun, dog, you might have buck up in a, you might end up bucking up into a licensed firearm holder. Radam. Because them not gonna make you stay now. We just in the land that they live in, you know. Because you are tempted to stick them up with a fake gun, a imitation gun. So prison a big business. Whoever is the private partner that will be building these prisons, I think they have a cause for concern, you know, because, well, they really don't. Business will be booming the way how these people are structuring the law, and the way how police is criminalizing innocent people, law-abiding citizens, kicking down their doors, tearing off their grills, walking through the door and executing Jamar Ferguson, moving cameras. You know, they're gonna have a lot of, if it's the police them that is gonna be caught to go to prison, them are gonna have the police, them are gonna have prison, and them are gonna have, they're going to have the police going to prison, and they're going to have all of those cars are traveling together, you know. Hey, these people on the road, man. Hey, guys, careful on the road, no matter day or night, especially in the night, because one of the things I was talking to my driver about, there's not enough proper lighting in Jamaica where street lights are concerned. And my thing is, if the government was forward thinking, you know, they would have plotted out a way to get as much solar light in especially the rural areas, country areas, because there's not enough city, like, you know, shops and towns, and it's spaced out there, what if a bush in between. Those places usually don't have proper lighting. And this is my thing. Jamaica is blessed to get a lot of sunshine. And I'm wondering to myself, why is it that we're not utilizing more solar lights? Why is that? It will benefit the country either way, you know. Say, for instance, a hurricane comes, and, you know, obviously, if it's a large hurricane and the JPS assesses some type of big damage might take place and they decide to shut down their grid, well, guess what? With enough solar lights all around Jamaica, on all the main roads, the small roads, I don't business which roads, right? That would be, I think that would be an innovative project that will be remembered. You could call it Light Up Jamaica. You understand? And you, just like how you have the National Health Fund, and how the PMP wanted to implement a fund for the farmers. You could have some type of fund that JPS themselves would contribute in some capacity, even businesses. You know what I mean? Yeah, some of those taxes that you take from businesses, you know, those income taxes, allocate some of those funds towards a fund. What you guys think about that? I'm just telling you this off at the top of my head, you know. This is me thinking out loud, you know. And that fund would help to actually fund part of the project of Light Up Jamaica. Because obviously the businesses, they would benefit significantly. And you would ask the question, how so? But before I go into that, the project could name Light Up Jamaica, and then you would say, all right, listen, we're going to, between the next 5 years, we're going to light up St. Mary. We're going to light up St. Mary this year. What is it going to cost? What would be the budget for us to have significant amount of solar light put up all over St. Mary? To the point where if a hurricane should come and the lights are out, solar lights will run for 48 hours. Once the daylight comes, it shut off. Sensors. When night come down, booping at them head. Talk to me now, man. Give me some feedback. What you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Then year 1, St. Mary. Year 2, St. Thomas. Year 3, St. Elizabeth. Year 4, Westmoreland. Year 5, Portland. Because Portland dark, you know. Portland need proper lighting, man. Portland dark, brother. Portland need proper lighting. No two ways about it. That's a fact. Portland need proper lighting. I mean, no say eyes up can work on it. You understand? No bag of talking. Action. You see me? Big up Isaac. So a solar, a light up Jamaica project would be transformational. And when it comes down to crime fighting, there's also a plus. Because when hurricane hit, remember, looting is an issue when lights go out. But when you have solar lights running just after the power of the sun, when you have solar lights running right through, yo, you cannot tell me that that does not give significant impact where security is concerned. There's no way you can convince me of that. So light up Jamaica, yo, they could have done something like that. They've been in, you can imagine, they've been in power for 10 years, and in the 10 years, they could say, listen, we lit up 10 out of the 14 parishes of Jamaica. Yo, we would forever talk about the JLP for that. Somebody would have said, what has the JLP done for Jamaica? Well, when you look at the light up Jamaica project, in terms of for our own safety and functioning of the society, given that we are a, what do you call it, a hurricane prone, and we get hit by these climate change and shock. Brother, yo, listen, I don't know how to articulate all of those things that they, well, I do know, but I'm just not going to do it right now. I'm just saying, y'all get the idea. Y'all get, there's so much things that it would benefit. There's so much arguments for it to be. I think they should take the idea. I don't even care if they give me any credit. Light up Jamaica. I don't even know if there was a project similar to that before, and I could be, because everything is relative. Like ideas, when ideas go there in the universe, the idea is coming from one source, Well, not one. That's not true. The main source is the Almighty. Ideas come from the devil as well, but you have to be careful. So I'm just saying, it is out there in energy, the atmosphere. Maybe there was a similar project where this is concerned and I never heard about it, but that just came to me. Light up Jamaica just came to me. That would be the name of the project. Yo, that would be so significant. That would be equivalent to when the PMP got Wi-Fi. You can call your phone, this, internet. When they did that all over Jamaica, like, yo, I'm telling you, light up Jamaica would be. Do you know how much places in Jamaica them not have light, them thief light? If you had significant amount of solar panels all over the country, the police them would have feel good. Every Crips and Cranny and corner Jamaica solar panel. You understand? And member say, watch it too, you see? And this part some people not gonna appreciate. But in some places, I think them have it in some parts of Jamaica, where those same solar light, whatever, them have camera upon them, and them very, very high in the air. So them see a large portion of your town or wherever you live. You understand? So, that gonna always be up. I'm telling you, man, listen, bro. How you think most of the crime them get solved nowadays? If I never have a CTC camera, look upon Jamal Ferguson. Thank God for the camera them in the house. If it wasn't for the camera them in the house, we wouldn't see what the police them are going with. Wi-Fi cut off, all of these things. Yes? So the camera, may I tell you, the lighting is very important. And all of that would be solar powered. So even when there's no power, it's still running. And those things, they survive any weather. For the most part. Obviously, it can have structural damage you know, hurricane, you know, zinc or something can fly on board and them thing there. But come on, it's worth it. It's literally worth it, ladies and gentlemen. It's worth it. That investment is worth it. And I would pose that if I was in representational politics and I was into energy, the energy sector, I would put that in parliament and structure the idea, look at all the research, um, do a cost analysis, and you know, posit the idea, because I believe that the benefits would far outweigh the cost of doing it. The benefits of doing that, you would see instant um benefits in light up Jamaica project. I'm telling you, the police would definitely, yo, man, thank y'all, man. We needed this. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. You see me? Armed forces, security forces, all of them would be thanking us. All of them would be thanking us. Right? Alright, so let me go here because this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Man held after cops seize gun, ammunition, and imitation firearm in St. Andrew raid. Wait, what? Yo, wait. So not only did they find him with guns, real guns, they found him with imitation firearm. Oh my God, a man was taken in, and they took him into custody. He did not die. There wasn't a shootout. Listen, man. Hey, you gotta applaud when things are done well. All right. Let's do some real investigative work to find out who is this person linked to. Where did he buy the? What is going on? And then you see, if the system is run the right way, you know, the 15-year mandatory for having a real gun, you know, I don't have a problem with that. At the imitation gun, me I say, what? Tie gun? What you mean? That's crazy. That is literally crazy. See? That's crazy. That's cray. Like Craven 8. South Police Division in St. Andrew. A target raid at a premises at about 5:45 a.m. A police statement said during the search, the lawmen reportedly found a 9mm pistol, a 9mm magazine, 14 9mm cartridges, and 4 imitation firearms. What am I doing with so much imitation firearm? 4 imitation firearms. They're almost thief. No, ladies and gentlemen, I am not saying that this particular raid was funny, but I will say I wouldn't even question it if they were body-worn cameras. What if they planted these things on the men? What if them plant some imitation firearm on them? Cause an automatic 15 year that, you know. Yo, me I make joke on this, but me I tell you say, this is where you have to build back trust. The bad police them cause this. The bad police them cause this. Them cause a lack of trust. We need body-worn cameras ASAP. The police said that man was found at the location, was taken into custody in connection with the seizure and expected to be charged later today. Richard Ferdinand builds future through sport mentorship. 2 men died in a crash in Winston Jones Highway in Manchester. Hey, ma. Mia, is that you? I think it's you. I think it's Mia from Canada. You could tell me. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it to me. Never mind. If it's you, I don't know why you wouldn't tell me it's you. You said awesome? That's not you. Ain't no way. Me don't talk like that, man. Anyway, it says 2 died in crash on Winston Jones Highway in Manchester. The accidents have increased since the election. More blood. Oh, you're not in Canada? Okay, it's not you. It's just the name. The name. Ah, wait a minute. Is that me? Okay. Alright, so we settled that. Thank you. Groundbreaking for $1.5 million commercial hub in Jacksal, St. Ann. Commercial hub. You know what? Let me read it. Let me read it. These groundbreakings, boy, I tell you. Prime Minister Andrew Wellness welcome, blah, blah, blah. Saying it will create jobs and boost the parish as one of Jamaica's fast-growing business hubs. The 4-story, 68.89 square foot boat 2 complex developed by the family-owned boat group of companies. Booth! Oh, Booth in St. Ann. Okay. Okay. And upgrades around highway corridor, including Wi-Fi enabled bus stops. Construction is expected to take 18 months. Also, this is something new. 18 months expected. Please, Lord, let this not be another Cornwall Regional Hospital. Please, Father God, I beg you. I beg you. Anyway, only cited owner and operator of Booth Service Station, Wayne Booth, as one of the new and emerging class of Jamaican investors who are driving economic transformation. Group Chief Executive Officer Alexia Booth said the project reflects Booth's commitment to creating spaces beyond traditional service stations. Booth 2 is about building communities and enhancing convenience. It will create opportunities, jobs, and lifestyle experience that serves families, entrepreneurs, and visitors, she noted. Minister Matthew Samuda highlighted the government $200 million investment in water upgrades for the area, underscored the administration's support for large-scale private sector projects. Jacksal is located in St. Ann Northeastern, which is represented by Samuda by the House of Representatives. Booth 2 is expected to generate hundreds of jobs during construction and operation, with commercial spaces ranging from 700 to 15,000 square feet, marketed by Caldwell Banker Jamaica Realty. The company also has new projects planned for Montego Bay in 2026 and another major in 2027. So Booth, you know. Booth is boosting employment. So big up Booth. Big up Booth. That's a good look. Big up Booth. 6 students from high school in Kingston, St. Andrew, including 15 at-risk youths, participated in the summer camp Adventure with Technology and Education Skate Sustainable Engineering Camp for Teens, held at the Faculty on Engineering at the University of the West Indies, Mona. Alright, I don't need this right here, ladies and gentlemen. This nearly made me cry in public. Father held after body of 13-year-old daughter found in Clarendon home. This really made me almost cry in public. Right? Her name is Shantina Sargent, whose burnt and partially decomposed body was found behind her home in Balliston, Northern Clarendon, on Monday evening. Right? The father is now in custody. Alright? The Old Harbour Police of St. Catherine confirmed that 46-year-old Lawrence Marcus Sargent was captured in the area late Friday following a manhunt that began after the shocking discovery. Shantina, who attended Excelsior High before moving to Christiana High School, in Manchester was reported missing by her father October 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, the man report her missing. And then them find the body and then him missing. And them have to run and look for him. Her remains were found 3 days later among burnt debris behind the house they shared. Reports indicate that police were called to the area after residents noticed a foul smell and flies near the premises. Mighty God. The body was found with burnt marks and in advanced state of decomposition. Residents of the quiet farming community were left horrified. What a wicked act, said farmer Cleveland Messam, describing the tragedy as one that has shaken everyone to the core. Oh, you mean? Shantina's stepmother Juliet Eunice said she was devastated by the discovery. She revealed that she left an abusive relationship with Lawrence a year ago, but kept in touch because of their young son. She said Shantina had recently expressed fear of her father telling a friend she was afraid to go home. According to Superintendent Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police Division, investigators are exploring all leads, including unconfirmed reports that the teen may have been sexually abused. We don't have anything of evidential value to support that, but the father is in a position to help us move the investigation forward, he said. So there's unconfirmed reports, ladies and gentlemen, that this innocent young lady, now deceased, unconfirmed reports that she might have been sexually assaulted by her own father. Why? I mean, her stepmother said that she left an abusive relationship. So that is more than possible. It's more than possible. This, oh my God. Standout Kiana urges others to be focused in school. A 12-year-old Kiana Hales received a JN Foundation scholarship. Was both a surprise and a source of immense pride. The St. Mary native, now a first form student at St. Hilda's High School, admitted she had almost given up on hope of being chosen. She recalled being in her room when her mother delivered the news to her and the sense of accomplishment she experienced. This young lady, big her up. This is good news. Shining star. Hope she continues. God bless her. I'm going to share this on my Facebook. God bless her. Hanover Custos calls for integrity, respect, partnership. Wait, what? The Hanover Municipal Corporation. Let me hear what them talking about. What is this? Hanover Custos call for integrity, respect, partnership. What is going on here? Custos of Hanover, Lennox Anderson Jackson, has committed to work closely with the Hanover Municipal Corporation in fostering peace, unity, and civic pride across the parish. Anderson Jackson, on his first official visit to HMC monthly meeting since being sworn in as custos of the parish, asked for all to work together in the interest of Hanoverians. Let us remember that good governance is built on integrity, respect, and partnership values that must be guide every decision and discussion and decision taken in this chamber, he stated at the HMC's October sitting, emphasizing that his participation at the meeting would not be his last. The custos stated that he needs to keep abreast of what is happening across the parish and the duties of his office dictated that he should be familiar with such happenings. Also, Anderson Jackson argued that the adults need to ensure the success of the children as they will make up the next generation. We as adults need to look on the ways that we are going to allow our children and other people's children to succeed in life, he stated. He reasoned that discussions at the meeting in essence are really about planning for the youngsters. We are planning for them, and whatever decisions are taken will either make them better or worse, he noted, highlighting that discussions made by the HMC mark not just a continuation of service by the staff of the HMC, but a renewal of commitment to the continued growth, orders, and progress of the parish. The people of Hanover have placed their confidence in your leadership, and it is now our collective duty to translate that confidence into tangible development and improve infrastructure and a better quality of life for all residents, he stated. Anderson Jackson expressed hope that the term of office of the HMC's leader may be marked by vision, cooperation, and progress. May all efforts redound the benefit of the people we were privileged to serve, he said. So, Costos. What is his name? His name is, my bad, Lennox Anderson Jackson. Let me look him up. Those are sound arguments. I hope it is Lennox Anderson Jackson. Lennox Anderson Jackson. Let me see here. Lennox Anderson Jackson. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Costos. Who appoints Costos? In Jamaica. All. Costos is appointed by the Governor General, acting on advice by the Prime Minister. Man, do I need to read any more? Costos is appointed by the Governor General, acting on the advice of the Prime Minister, and shall be a resident of the parish to which he or she is appointed, in the case of corporate area. The functions and duties of a custos are to be the representative of the Governor General within the parish. It is his duty, in the absence of the Governor General, to receive the sovereign and any member of the royal family, the Prime Minister on an official visit, or any important personage commended by the Governor General who arrives within the precinct of the parish. So a custos is pretty much a bellman for the royal family and so-called important people. Meet the judge of the circuit court at the courthouse at the opening session. Hold office during Governor General's pleasure, and he's the assistant of the Governor General, and also he answers to the Prime Minister as well. Very interesting. Sounds good. That's why I'm looking him up, you know. Moving on. I'm not gonna say anything. We're gonna watch this Costas because he was highlighted. So we're gonna watch that Costas. I not trust them in the people. I tell you that already, you know. Jamaica launched its first ever what? Man, listen. Minister of Education launches bulletproof JA campaign to tackling bullies. Oh, bulletproof. St. James Health Department seeking support for rat control. Embarrassing. He needs some milk. Teen fatally stabbed. Listen to me. People, a 17-year-old boy has died after he was allegedly stabbed by his 14-year-old brother. Can I able? This is what I talk about in Jamaica, you know. These are the things, these instances have been amplified after the election. Blood, pure blood. Yo, this is one next thing when me hear in the news, man, I say, yo, I wonder if people realize all the crime turn up in Jamaica. Too much blood spilling, man. Police are kill people, family are killing one another. Holness proposes vague royal talks with Golding about constitutional reform. Prime Minister Andrew Jones has formally invited opposition leader Golding to high-level bipartisan talks on constitutional reform after Golding publicly rebuffed a proposal for the meeting with the Justice Minister. So, you me telling you, you know, I told you guys that Mark Golding has played a serious level of chess. Serious levels of chess. See, my for run out now. Make we see if this manifests. So Mark Golding put out a letter. I did a video on it. He put out a letter rebutting a letter that Andrew Jones sent him. He's saying, and Mark Golding was saying, listen, we need to talk about the constitutional reform. We need to sit down and talk face to face. Andrew Jones said, listen, go talk to the Justice Minister. Don't talk to me. Mark Golding said, listen, if we want to move forward in any capacity where constitutional reform is concerned, you have to talk to me directly. You are disrespectful. Well, he didn't say all of that, but I'm saying he's disrespectful to send the man to the Justice Minister. How dare you? You cannot craft any time in your schedule to sit down and speak with the opposition leader, but you want to have some type of unity in terms of moving forward with the nation. So Mark Golding called them out. Because you see this constitutional reform argument, it go serious enough. You guys are going to see Mark Golding in rare form defending our rights as citizens of this country. Demanding proper consultation with the public. Town hall meetings in every parish. There should be a town hall meeting happening every weekend somewhere in Jamaica. It should be scheduled somewhere. I think we should have a town hall meeting about constitutional reform at least every 2 months. Make it a big one then. A central place in a parish where most people can reach. And it's not going to be too far for them. You understand? Yeah. I think that's necessary. In a letter dated October, Holness clarified that the initial suggestion for Golding to meet with Justice Minister Delrachuk was merely a courtesy and practical as a preliminary step to brief the opposition on the government's recent cabinet portfolio restructuring. You hear that? Style am I using it? It was just a courteous and practical as a preliminary. So I was going to meet with him, you know. But he has to meet with the Justice Minister first. Bull, we calling Bull. We calling you out on that. Bull, alright? Can't trick we. Holness reassured the opposition leader that the ministry to ministry engagement was never intended to be substitute for us meeting directly. As political and parliamentary leaders of our country, owners proposed that the two leaders return to the Vale Royal talks mechanism, offering it is as crucial platform to move forward constructively. The Vale Royal talks has proven useful in the past in providing space for frank dialogue and principled compromise. Holness said, I am hopeful you will accept the proposal. We stand ready to coordinate the logistics with your team. So you see, he basically repeat what Mark Golding said. Mark Golding said in the past, Siaga and PJ did this. In the past, Bustamante and was it? I think it was Siaga and Norman Manley did this. He mentioned it in his letter. And I'm going to look it up. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We have to have frank and blunt discussions. But I'm very concerned about the crime. Watch AI, man. This gotta be AI. So hold on, Michaelos got foreign, got Burkina Faso and go meet. Michaelos a living life, man. Michaelos go meet Ibrahim Traore. Bro, this gotta be AI, bro. What? Are you serious? Where did he go and meet him? Yo. I'm typing on at this point. Is this real? I'm sorry, y'all, but I gotta ask. Nah. See, this is what's wrong with Instagram. You go on Instagram for one thing, and you end up getting distracted by some serious stuff going on. Yeah, I gotta ask if that's real, bro. That's crazy. You really. I'm here talking about meeting Ibrahim Traore someday. Man, I'm low key jealous, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Letting you know right now. I ain't even gonna cap. Yeah, see that? Yeah. He talked about it. PJ Patterson and Siaga. In the history showed transitioning from a colonial state to political independence, there was constant interaction between Norman Washington Manley and Sir Bustamante, as there was between P.J. Patterson and Edward Siaga during seminal constitutional reform undertakings in the 1990s. So, I mean, Mark Golding's letter in rebuttal was pretty much airtight. If Andrew did not meet with Mark Golding, it would show his hypocrisy. So he had to do this. He was backed up in a corner. It's like the September 3rd date. There was no other day he was gonna call the election. Literally. Now the exchange of letters signaled that intense political friction shadowing the national push to remove the British monarch as the head of state become a republic. Golding letter dated October 3rd, a reply to on a September 30th invitation, and today is what, the 12th? You see how long him take? Right back letter. Yo, me know the letter they piss him off, you know. I know that letter pissed him off, bro. I said, Mark Golding got this dude in a checkmate. See, him have to fall. You think somebody want me to Mark Golding for real? Mark Golding made the letter public, and now he gotta meet up, baby. There's no way you can talk about us building as a and I have 28 seats and you have 35, but you don't want to meet with me over something as important as constitutional reform. Alright, bet. Go ahead, man. If you think that's gonna work, cool. Go ahead. Oh yeah, Bruce Golding and PJ Patterson also. So PJ Patterson was have a big part of our political history, you know. So PJ Patterson held talk with Bruce Golding December 2nd, 2021. Hold on, no, 2010, sorry, my bad. In the opening debate on the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms in 2010, Prime Minister Bruce Golding outlined the imperative of partnering together to reform in the reform process since the Constitution requires it. Similarly, on December 2nd, 2021, PJ Patterson wrote to you and I saying that the solution to constitutional reform requires unity of purpose and action, transcending partisan borders. I don't know what's wrong with me today, this morning. And I'm not tired enough. I'm actually fully energized. Golden instead, so again, this letter was well referenced in terms of the historical moments in time where the conversation about constitutional reform was made by past leaders on both sides. Talked about Siaga, talked about PJ, talked about Bustamante, talked about Norman Manley, and also talked about Bruce Golding in the letter on September 3rd. So Andrew Jones was backed up in a corner. But I digress. I'm not read the whole article because it will go over certain things. Oh my God, what did I just do? Yo, you can imagine it's this hour in the morning and the man might drive past and the man have the speaker them a blast, bro. Talk about just no principle. Who raised you? Who raised you, bro? That's like me being right here. I'm a neighbor them over there, so I'm a turn on my sound system and I play loud music and people are trying to sleep. Some people probably have whole heap of things to do. Some people work at home, so you not even know if them have work tomorrow. This youth are missing. And this is the story that I want to highlight right now. This youth is missing. Jamaica. The missing numbers keep going up. Westmoreland man Ravine Jones missing. Two youth, them young lady where them find her body burnt in the yard. Oh, wait a minute. What? Government slapped with $4.4 million lawsuit over land seized to build Ocherios bypass. What? Whoa, wait, what? When was this? Oh, they took down that one. Oh, no. This page request is temporarily unavailable. I guess they might edit something. That's why you have to catch them story when them just dropping, you know. So you can look upon them, you know, and screen record them, you know. You see me? You know, I'm going to start trying to do a better job of that. Anyway, that would have been a interesting story. What they say? Man charged with rape of 7-year-old girl said to be hearing voices. What? Tell me, say them are no demons. You see what I talk about? This I want to, oh no, this I want to go into. With an insatiable appetite for reading, 12-year-old DeAndre Fowler, a first-form student of Hampton School in St. Elizabeth, would spend her holidays at the parish library in Black River, immersing herself in books, particularly mysteries that ignite her imagination. She's always reading St. Genevieve Weathers and DeAndre's grade 6 teacher at Black River Primary and Infant School. Nice. See right there? We have to highlight the good. I hope she this young lady, why me can't read that neither. Mobile Sports Complex lease, Mackenzie rejects delay claims. Almost a week after an article was published about the delays in the lease agreement for the Montego-based sports complex, Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond has finally responded, rejecting any suggestion that his ministry is holding up the plans for the facility. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Let me just take that picture here, because that picture look like one picture we can use later on for my thumbnail. If necessary. Alright. Criminals must feel consequences, say appeal court president. I hope she means that for the politicians that are criminals too, you know. I really do. I hope she means that for the politicians that are criminals too. You know? That's just my thing. The people at the top need to start feeling it. That's my thing. Like this guy should have been charged. This guy. Look at this. He's ready to move on. You know. Despite pundits call for more action and market me matter. Yo, me say, Father God, are you alone? You alone, Father God, can make you get justice in Jamaica. Nobody else, Father God, but you. I tell you that. Me know that for a fact. I can't even read the article. One driver has been taken off duty. 3 others facing internal disciplinary action. Daryl Vaz, Transportation Minister and Energy, promises zero tolerance approach against infractions carried out by operators of the controversial rural bus. Rural school bus is now in their second month officially serving students. So school bus driver faces disciplinary action. Them breached the rural transport program. But I thought they said that the drivers were criminals. I thought they said that. Interesting. Whoa. Oh my God. No, what? People, especially those in public office, should know when it is sensible to shut their mouths and humbly accept culpability for their wrongs, rather than attempt an obfuscatory spin. Wait. What? Obfuscatory. Listen, this is the first time I'm hearing this word. Leave me alone, all right? Y'all don't judge me, man. What? Obfuscatory. Yo, I'm gonna look that up. I just learned a new word. I've never seen this word in my life. Fuscatory. It tells you that I don't do enough reading, right? At my age, this is the first time I'm seeing this word. Obfuscatory. How many of you have seen this word? Means tending to make something less clear or harder to understand, often intentionally to conceal the truth. So basically lying. Is it obscurity? Maybe the FU is silent. Attempt an obscurity. Spin. That merely ties themselves into an act. Keisha Lewis, the People's National Party councillor for the Lawrencetown Division in St. Catherine Municipal Authority, is one who needs to learn this lesson. So who wrote this? The Gleaner wrote this? She needs to learn that lesson. 41-year-old here, what do you say? Bahamian father to be sentenced for beating son over bad grade. Lord have mercy. Hunt on for the consultant to fix underperforming tourism linkage networks. School security guard found chopped to death. Log on, Mikey. At home. A school security guard found chopped to death at home. You see why I don't want nobody in my yard? My yard supposed to be my safe haven. If you come on my yard, you trespass. I don't know you. Men killing, police operation targeting Commodore killers identified. Duo accused of illegal firearm and ammunition possession remanded. Fisherman reportedly drowned, 16 others rescued off Jamaica coast after boat catch fire. What? Huh? Wait, what? Look at this. Y'all seen the story? Phone too bright. Y'all seen this story? Look at that. There's no sound though. There's no sound. There's no sound.
Mindset of our students. We try to assist the students who are hurt, because as you know, hurt people hurt people.
Let me hear what them say about bullying in school. Send this to myself so I can find it faster. Send it to my Telegram. There we go. There we go. There we go.
I think it's a way how we try to change the mindset of our students. We try to assist the students who are hurt, because as you know, I don't think bullying is something that we stop. I think it's a way how we try to change the mindset of our students. We try to assist the students who are hurt, because as you know, hurt people hurt people.
That's a conscious statement right there. That's facts.
Well, I think you can end the bullying in schools in Jamaica by providing a better environment for the children of Jamaica to grow up in, because it all comes back to individualism and your past experiences and how they impact you in the future. So I think we as a community, and what the government could institute, like put some orders in place to make sure that the kids and the children grow up properly, and with like both mother and father in the households, because most of the problems stem from single parent households.
Alright, so my brethren, your intentions are good, my brother. Your intentions are good, but we have to be very, very careful about the involvement of the government in the growing of our children, because as you can see, there's a global agenda, and this is how them sneaking them look nastiness, like the same thing I'm highlight tonight, right? The same thing that I highlighted tonight, right? This chatbot suspended, teaching the kids them you know, sexual deviant behavior using a program from the government of Jamaica. Yes, it was reported by parents and other concerned bodies. The Parent Teachers Association, everybody got behind it. Churches, the group of churches got behind it in 2024. You understand? So we have to be very careful about involving the government too much. And we learn from other countries. Look at America. I've listened to discussions on many different platforms in regards to the government's involvement in our and shout out to KB, man. Shout out to Kwame Brown, man. I don't know if none of my day ones are listening, but shout out to Kwame Brown because it's one of those things that he has experienced with his children. Because he was young, and you know what I'm saying, as he explains, and you have different mothers for your children, and the way how the government is used against men. You understand? And it's weaponized by women in America, taking them to court for child support, all type of stuff. 50 Cent was a great example of that. One of his baby mothers wanted to take him to court for child. Well, she wanted more money, but 50 Cent was giving her enough, way more than enough than she should have gotten. So 50 Cent carried himself to court, and the judge said, yeah, all you got to pay is this, which was frighteningly, I'm talking about immensely less than what he was giving her. So she was greedy because, oh man, you know what I'm saying, he was coming up. She's like, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, hey, I need to be getting some more money. So these women, these baby mamas, you know what I'm saying, hey, don't be having no children with no woman that don't want to live with you, bro, that don't want to marry you, and really have a structured family. Hey, forget about it. Trust me. It is a pain, especially in America. Man, don't be having no unprotected sex, bro. A lot of you, man, outside of everybody not going to be a Christian. Everybody not going to be following God's principles. But I'm telling you, every time we move away from God's principles, it is expensive. It is a hard take. It is a headache. It is stressful. Some of these men be putting their hands on these women or wanting to put their hands on these women, and we do not encourage it. We don't encourage nobody putting their hands on nobody. I'm just saying, a lot of these situations be having people's their resolve tested. All right, they're about to crack. But shout out to the brothers still, you know what I'm saying?
So without the two parents after upbringing the children, they tend to have some temper problems.
I think the government needs to do a comprehensive reform of the bullying policies that they currently have, because it kind of limits the purview of what bullying is, because we have cyberbullying, we have the in-person bullying, and the definitions also even of what happens, because there are multiple classes of people that experience bullying that a lot of teachers tend to overlook because the policy doesn't address it.
I don't think bullying is something that we stop. I think it's a way how we try to change the mindset of our students. We try to assist the students who are hurt, because as you know, hurt people hurt people. I feel like we need more mediation in school, more conflict resolution, more intervention in families. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Hey man, the best advice I've heard so far: the government is not the answer. That right there is the answer. This right here is the answer.
We need more collaboration and stakeholder partnerships with families, with churches, with schools, because I think everybody...
The churches definitely have to be involved.
We want to fight bullying in silos. That's why we don't reach a solution yet, right? So students who are part of the problem, they can also be a part of the solution. Have workshops specifically for those students. We know who the bullies are in schools, So it's really having targeted solution workshops for these students and helping them, because they need help too. So I don't think we need any anti-bullying campaign.
This girl is very smart. Hey, shout out to you. If you're not a mom yet, you're gonna make a great mom someday, man. Salute to you. That is it. She's on point.
I think what we need is intervention with the students who are actually bullying.
Bullying is a touchy subject where students go to school and they feel unsafe, they feel unloved, and I think that we could have more forums so where we could educate students on what bullying could lead to, because students who are suffering from bullying could lead to suicide, and we have seen a lot of suicide cases not only in Jamaica but in the region. And
this is also an angle of the conversation that is good, because the persons that suffer bullying, yeah, they have to reach out to them as well, because you can't stop bullying, you know? It is impossible. Impossible. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't believe, it is, you know, bullying is character building. There's positives to bullying, you know. Do not get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a lot of positives. I'm telling you, there's positives. When you, as a student that goes to school, is taught how to handle bullies, bullies become your best friend, man. Bullies get your respect. Alright, it's almost like a rites of passage, but who am I? Hey, man, hey, we all had to deal with them bullies, boy. Trust me, man. All had to deal with them bullies.
And I think we need to do campaigns like how we campaign for election. We need to campaign bullying, because at the end of the day, the students are the future. Every government always said that we are the future of the nation. But how are you building the future of the nation if you're not catering to our needs? So I think that we need to have more forums. I think that the teachers need to be more, as a teacher myself, I think that we need to be more connected with the students, asking them about their problems, trying to help them. We might not help them, although.
Hey, shout out to Tilda Mo. Yo, shout out to my day one, Tilda Holt, man. Hey, you know how long I haven't seen that name? Hey, salute. Tilda in the building. I feel weird saying that. I have to chuckle. Shout out to Tilda.
But we could try to see what we can do in society today, because to be very honest, a village no more raises a child. A village does not raise a child anymore. So I think that we could do our part in.
I will tell you that. I will tell him say one village not raise a child. And who told you that? Man, stop playing, bro.
Society, as human beings, as national.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. Maybe he's saying that a village does raise a child, but we have moved away from that principle. Maybe that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying. But if that's what he's saying, he's right. We've definitely moved away from a village raise a child, because, man, some of these parents, bro, you try to correct a child now, man, you liable to get confronted by a parent.
To try to rectify the bullying problem in Jamaica.
So placing cameras in classrooms so that when students do report getting bullied, it's properly investigated.
Placing cameras in classrooms. How do I feel about that? I think I have to sleep on that one. You say it's damn default. You do 4 6 8 8. Yo, how do I feel about cameras in schools? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Can those cameras be accessed? You know, with the age of technology and everything, I mean, is there a danger component to having cameras in the classroom? I'm very sensitive about the protection of children. So I have to sleep on that one. I don't know about that. And the fact that I am not agreeing with it, there's a glitch there. That is there's a glitch there that's a negative for me when it comes on to cameras. I would have to see an outlined no cameras in classrooms, right? I don't like it. I'm not gonna shut it down, but my instincts tells me that something's wrong with that, bro. Nah, that's like having a camera in the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that.
Reprimanding students who do bully others and taking it a little bit more seriously. Maybe a suspension or a little further attention. Yeah.
I mean, increasing the punishment on bullying. This would be my suggestion. I would treat bullying as a, if you have like counseling and programs and all of that to help the child, because hurt people like they said. You don't want to ostracize a bully or make them feel like it's gonna cause more bullying, or make them feel like you know everybody is coming against them. Well, whoever made that bully, basically the bully is going to lash out more. You're gonna have more problems than you have solutions where that is concerned. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. Based off observation that when I was a child. I think in the home, the parents can, one, teach their children self-defense. Because let me tell you something. Bullying can get real in a minute. So you have bullying in terms of verbal bullying. Alright? You have bullying in terms of when a group of boys or a group of girls gang up on one girl or a couple girl, right? And physically harm them. So for your take the head off the horse and the body will fall. That's interesting. Some parents do that. I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying. Some type of self defense should be taught to your child, whether male or female. It doesn't matter. They need to learn some type of self defense. I think that in the society, sometimes fighting is healthy in a controlled environment. I think I said this in a live stream 2 days ago. I think fighting is healthy in a controlled environment. Sometimes the only way to have the resolution is to do fist to fist, get your gloves, professional boxing, get your teeth guard, and you guys punch it out. Or you girls punch it out. Yeah, man. Because I've seen in a video live where two girls got up to fight each other. And the blow that the other one gave the other girl, she dropped back and licked her head, and that was it. I think that girl was maybe 16 or 15, lifeless. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. That was not a year ago. That was not a year ago that I saw that video. It hasn't been a year. The two young ladies in them teens get up and they're in a heated argument, and the other one, yo, man, listen. When that girl dropped back and hit the back of her head, it was over. I almost knocked myself out. Lord have mercy. Yo, it was over. It was done. It was done. She laid lifeless on the ground after that. So, self-defense is one. Obviously, conflict resolution should include the option of them actually fighting. Let them fight, man, in our controlled environment. Yes, let them fight. You understand? Yeah, and that's where it ends. Fear, mano a mano, or woman to woman, knuckles up, gloves, everything. Now, if a bully persists in being a bully, now you gotta have to take a 3-strike measure. 3 strikes, you're out. 1, a formal warning. 2, a formal warning while under what you would call yo, I need a dog. I need a couple dogs. I need a few dogs. Cause right now, right here, so I would want a dog right here, so with me. Not in the house, but right there. And the dog would be, would be sheltered, not living out in the cold or anything. No inhumane stuff. But I need a dog. I cannot afford to have a house dog. That's not gonna fly. But I need a dog. If I do have a house dog, the dog would have to be on the carport. And the dog would have to know how. The dog would have to be trained to go and poo and pee. Go through the little thing, come back in. You see me? Because I'm not cleaning up any doo-doo or any pee in the garage. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. But I want a dog on both entrances of my house. Right here, so, and on the other entrance. Yes, man. Yes, man. Anything move, alert. You see me? Ears keen like, whoa. Smell off the chart. Anything move. And then I would want one dog to be tied at a strategic point in the yard. 2 strategic points. One of them right here, sir. One of them right there, sir. And then another one kind of more hidden in the dark type of vibe. If you know what I mean. Yeah, man. Hidden in the dark. No make up no whole heap of nice, but keenly observant. Deadly. Yeah. When they hear that one, they go, "Hurr!" Or the bone then shake. All the nerves rattling. Just the bark alone. You imagine the bite? Oh yeah, so after the 3rd strike, I would send a bully to automatic boot camp. Yeah, they need to be taught discipline. Military, yeah man. Military. Humble, stay humble. The military will humble you, The military will humble you. Boot camp style, baby. Boot camp style. You ever see who is bully? Yeah, man. Any bully where really take the approach that way he decides to show him what it means to be a bully and the consequences of being a bully. Who agree? Sometimes I can be harsh. And that goes for the females as well. Yeah, man. Boot camp, man. You can't out here harm people, children, and them something there. You're mad. Just because you want to be a bully. No. That's not. See there? Look upon the little puppy. Stand up on the veranda and look out. Any little thing you see. Yeah, man. Me need one of them bad dog there right there, so. Me talk about pedigree. No joke. You understand? In some cases, if the dog is good and it's well trained, me make it dog have a little thing and yeah, make it dog can't sleep on the veranda. Make sure saying go to do and do a little thing first and then come in. And then a man me carry him out again. So he can go relieve himself or herself. Yes, but I'm not keeping a dog in the house. No, I'm not an American, I'm sorry. Ain't happening, Captain. But this bullying conversation is an interesting one. But I don't think you'll ever really get rid of bullying. It's not going to happen. It is a social necessity for character building. I am so serious when I tell you that. Bullies that are taught a lesson in any way, the lesson that a bully learns alters them forever. And most of the time, they become extremely productive citizens of a country. Yes. 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 And sometimes I want somebody that is bullying, is they really crying out for help, you know? There's some insecurities, there's something going on in their family. So they really need, we really need people, guidance counselors to be very active and vigilant and well trained, not just collecting a check. People that actually care. You feel me? People that have certain intuitive, characteristics about them. So that's me. I don't know if you guys appreciate. Let's Talk Bluntly. No sugarcoating. I think that's gonna become a staple. A staple show. And and we'll be talking about Jamaica, obviously. About the issues, the many issues and things that we see happening in the news and stuff like that. Yeah. Let's Talk Bluntly with Bolo VNR. Hashtag no sugarcoating. Let me know if you guys want me to start that series as a show. You heard it here first. Yes? So when you see that, you know what time it is. And I'm going to have calling shows where people can call in, because I realize that the people really appreciate the calling interaction a lot. And I think we should encourage it. I think I have to encourage it more. But I still want to say to the people, sometime, if it's not a situation where I say, yo, definitely it's a call-in show, when you come on to certain things, read the room. And if you're calling, just bring it. Bring value to the show when you're calling. Don't move away from where the show is. Bring value to the show. Think about what you really want to come and say and deliver it. Give it that punch, you get me? So the message is clear and cogent. Carl, what's up, Carl? Good morning. I'm going to be bidding you guys a good morning, Yes, man. I'm going to say my farewells. I've been on for, I believe, 2.5 hours. What am I talking about? I've been on for 3 hours? Yeah, I've been on for 3 hours. It's official. I've been on for 3 hours. Because I started, let me see. Yeah, man, I started 11 o'clock. I didn't even realize that time was going so swiftly. But, again, thank you guys for being here. The ones that came, the ones that left, the ones that are still here. Big up to all of the new subs. Big up Malaysia from Africa. Big up yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, bless up your parents, them. And thank you guys that have shared the platform with a diverse, nationality. I want and the brothers and sisters from the motherland. I appreciate you over here, and I would love to learn more about Africa, wherever you live in Africa. You know what I mean? And I pray that you all get a leader like Ibrahim Traore. I wish that all countries in Africa is granted a leader like Ibrahim Traore that will fight for the people. Laura, what's up? And I want to say big up to Mr. Buchanan. Big up to Mr. Paul Buchanan. He's still pursuing that case. And I wish him all the success in that, because I think it needs to go to court, and it wasn't even given the opportunity, which is extremely sad. It's extremely sad. It's extremely sad. It really is. It's extremely sad. Alright? Oh man, see. That's why I need people in my corner that will, I said corner, that's so country. I need people in my corner. Yo, that's, oh man, free me. Free me, y'all. I said corner. Sound like, I need some cornbread. That is so country. Oh man, free me. Damn. I said corner? Yo, that's crazy. Serious decision now. Isaac Buchanan putting all doubters to rest. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Let me see if I find it. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's got to be one of these. Yeah, we close. Anyway, let's type it in. Isaac Buchanan. You know I'm gonna go live on TikTok? Oh man. Yeah, this is it. I literally missed a letter in East. That makes it East, the S. I just saw that. Very particular about the titles, you know. Anyway, guys, blessings to everybody, and see you guys on the next one. I'll be putting out a couple throwback videos in the morning. Yeah, and I'll be going live as well. Because still there's, as much as I've covered tonight, we have much to talk about. We have much to talk about, and then, you know, having you guys calling in if you're available would be good. But happy Sunday, everybody. See you guys later. All right, peace.